Hey guys, this is Carmen from Carmen Engelman Fitness, and I just wanted to go live today to talk about healthy meals for kids. I know as a mom, one of the biggest questions I always ask myself is, what do we feed our kids, right? They're picky, let alone trying to feed them something healthy on a consistent basis. I think one of the biggest complaints is that I just don't know what to feed my kids. It's so much easier just to kind of feed them processed food sometimes, right? Because it's convenient. And as moms, we don't always have a lot of time on our hands. So today I'm going to tell you some tips and tricks on what I do to get my kids to eat healthy, what works for me. I treat it as the same as I do with my food. I like it to be about balance, right? They need to have fun. I want them to have a healthy relationship with food and not hate it or and not grow up on some of the processed kind of crappy food that we have today, right? So here are some of the things. I'll be sharing some breakfast meals with you. One of the meals that my girls love to eat is oatmeal. I will make steel cut oats, and I will actually soak the oats the night before. So I'll put them in a pan. I'll fill it the water above the oatmeal, and I'll put 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And what that does is it helps to sprout it, because grains can be a little tough on our tummies, and sprouting it allows you to get the nutrients, more nutrients out of it, and it allows you to digest it better. And then what I'll do is in the morning, I will just turn the stove on. I'll add a little bit more water if it needs it, because sometimes it does soak up the water. And I will add some, I will turn it on low and let it cook. And then what I'll do is, here's like the fun part, right? Here's where you can make it different and suit it to your kids' taste. I will put in almond butter. You can put in peanut butter. My girls love almond butter. I take a big old spoonful and I put it in there right as soon as it comes out, and it melts so nicely. And I will add in some almond milk or cashew milk or even raw milk for the girls to make it a little bit creamier. It also helps to cool down the oatmeal a little bit so it's not so hot for them. And then I add fruit. So whatever their favorite fruit is, my girls like cut up strawberries, cut up bananas. I'll take frozen blueberries out. I like to keep those on hand or buy organic blueberries frozen, because then I always have them on hand for them. So sometimes they just want one, and then other times they will mix it together. So you can also add chia or flaxseed or hemp seed to up the nutritional punch and add some healthy fats in there, right? We always try to hide things in our kids' food to feed them as healthy as possible. So another great meal, breakfast meal, is granola or parfaits, yogurt parfaits. What you can do is take whole fat Greek yogurt. You want to make sure that it's whole fat. Grass-fed is even better. Sources are important to me, so I pay attention to that kind of thing. And then you can, again, sprinkle it or top it with fruit and top it with sprouted granola. If your kids, and raw honey or pure maple syrup a little bit to sweeten it up, because Greek yogurt can be a little tart. If they don't like that, another thing that I found is you can actually blend it all together, minus the granola. So put in the yogurt, put in the fruit, put in the pure, you want raw, local, unfiltered honey. And another thing that's great about the honey when you do raw, local, unfiltered is you're getting the health benefits from that. It also helps with kids and allergies, because it's from the bees that are pollinating the flowers and plants locally, so that will help. A lot of the honey that's sold in stores is processed and doesn't really have any of the health benefits, the pollen and stuff in there. So you really want to go for raw, local, unfiltered honey. Anyway, so you can put that in the blender with the yogurt, the fruit, and you can mix it up, and now you have your own yogurt cups. Because the ones that you buy in the store pre-made that come pre-mixed already usually have a lot of added extra sugar that's not needed, or other chemicals and stuff, and really takes away from the health benefits of the probiotics and everything else that's in yogurt and your fruit naturally and everything. So what another option for breakfast that we like to do around here is waffles and pancakes. I do a gluten-free waffle. It's quick, it's easy. I also have a great pancake recipe that I will post in my blog, and I will post later on my page for you to be able to reference back to. But these are great for batch cooking, so or a lazy weekend morning. So I'll do both. Sometimes batch cooking it is nice because then you can throw them in the freezer and then pull them out on those mornings that you're rushed. Or, being honest, you just don't feel like cooking, right? So those are a great option, and the kids love them. And again, toppings, my girls love to put peanut butter on them and top with fruit and then pure maple syrup. Another one that they like is cottage cheese with fruit. They like the salty sweet, and again, any fruit tastes so good with cottage cheese. And how I started them out on that is I would put a little bit on their plate with a little bit of fruit, and still until they started to be like, okay, I really enjoy this, and then I would just give them a bowl with fruit. And they go in and out of liking things. I mean, kids are picky, right? So that's another great option. Eggs is another one. That's also to hit or miss with us, depending. They typically like them scrambled, but you can, they also like hard-boiled eggs, and sometimes we'll kind of do like a smorgasbord of, you know, hard-boiled egg, cheese, veggies, you know, kind of just putting all kinds of things together for them to have a breakfast. And we also eat breakfast throughout the day, so not just in the morning. Another one would be smoothies or shakes, and this is kind of where I like to hide veggies in. I know, I'm sure you know, as a parent, as a mom, sometimes it's really hard to get kids to like or enjoy or even want to eat their veggies. So this is a great option to get some protein, some veggies, some healthy fats, pretty much all of it in like one fell swoop, right? I like to use a protein powder. The one that I use is made from Ground Whole Foods, and so it already has servings of fruits and veggies in it, but I will also throw spinach and kale in there because you can't taste it, so they don't know. And I will also add healthy fats such as almond butter, peanut butter, coconut oil, MCT oil, chia and flax seeds. What else? I will also put in cashew or almond milk, and then I also like to put in raw cream to up the healthy fat factor in there. So, and it's really yummy. They love it. They ask for it all the time, and it makes me feel good, especially when they're going through those picky phases and they're not getting a lot of nutrients in. This is a way for me to pack in those nutrients for them. So again, as you know, as a mom, you just kind of have to try to hide in the veggies where you can, right? These are just a few of the options that I kind of rotate through for them. And another rule in our, rule of thumb in our house is they have to try it at least once, and actually a couple of times. They have to try it at least once that night or that day or for that meal to see if they like it or not. And then I'll try like maybe a couple days later or a week later. Typically because they say like babies have to try something at least 14 times before they truly, you know whether they like it or not. So I kind of take that rule with my daughters as well. And there's been on numerous occasions where they have liked things that at first they're like, no, I don't like it just because it looks weird or whatever. So again, this is Carmen from Carmen Eagleman Fitness, and I hope that these tips and ideas have helped you out on what to feed your kids, or given you some ideas on adding new things in. So, all right, guys, have a great day.